And good evening there, Chugiak, Eagle River Chinook fans. I'm Cale Duarte, the voice of your Chinooks, welcoming you to this home matchup. It's been a while. It's been almost a full 8 days since we've last been here at Lee Jordan Field, but we're glad to be back. Tonight, we host the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, who come into this game 4-2. Your Chinooks, after winning a close one, 4-3 last night, come into this game 2-5. On the mound for your Chinooks is Charleston Southern University's pitcher, Tyler Weekly. In the field, behind in the squad in the catching position is Justin Gomez. First base is Hayden Mixon. Playing second base, the Australian-born Brandon Mitchie. Playing third base is Luke Coffey. Playing shortstop is the Masters University alum, Aaron Shackelford. And in the outfield, left field, we've got Jeremy Johnson. Mike Caprice playing center. And out and right, the Baylor Bear, Levi Gilcrease. Up to bat now is Will Brennan, the Kansas State DH. First pitch from Weekly. In there for strike one. And that's a good way to start for Weekly. Had a good outing his last game. 0-1 pitch. Down low for ball one. One pitch. Inside for ball two. 2-1 pitch coming up now for Charleston Southern starting pitcher here. 2-1 pitch. That ball is going foul. Luke Coffey gives chase, but that's going to bounce foul as it was out of the hands of left fielder Jeremy Johnson. Could not corral that one in. Two count coming up now to Will Brennan. 2-2 pitch from Weekly. Just missed inside. To load the count full here. 3-2 pitch coming up from Weekly. And that ball's out to center. Prees has to go a little ways back, but he puts that one out. And that's one away. As Andre Gregory, the New Mexico shortstop, comes up to hit for the Pilots. In case you missed it last night, the Chinooks put officially their first win on the board, second thanks to the forfeit by the very own Glacier Pilots on an intense game, 4-3. As the Chinooks took the lead in the top of the eighth, Gregory had the bunt down, but Weekly puts that one to strike one. Gregory pulled that back. One pitch coming up for Weekly. Down low for ball one. 1 away, top of the first. 1-1 pitch from the right-hander. That's roped up the middle for a single. And that's going to put 1 away now with 1 runner on. That's Cameron Thompson, the Kansas State second baseman.
Coming to the plate for your
Comes to the plate.
23, Cameron Thompson.
Weekly now faces with a runner on. Looks into Thompson. Down in the dirt for ball one. Weekly doesn't have that much stuff on his fastball, but hosts a variety of pitches that he could just maneuver to get these hitters out. Been impressive and a joy to watch so far. 1-0 pitch. Gregory stands on first after a single to center. That ball's out to Gilcrease and right. Gilcrease steps away. Puts that one on and a throw to first to try to double up Gregory as Gregory tosses back in there. And that's going to put 2 away now as the catcher, Carter Benz, steps to the plate.
Batting for the Pilots, number 14, Carter Benz.
Carter Benz in the squat tonight. 35th round selection after he graduated high school in last year's draft for the Philadelphia Phillies as Weekly puts that one in there for strike one. Ben, the native of Fairfield, California. 0-1 pitch now for Weekly after that first pitch strike. Gregory still stands at first. 2 away here, top of the first. Weekly just missed that one. As he could not put that curve in for a strike. 1-1 count now. Fresno State catcher looks at Weekly on the mound. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. One-two pitch coming up for Weekly, and Weekly has been impressive so far this season on getting people to swing and miss for a strike 3, and he was hoping to do the same here. 1-2 pitch. Gregory stands at first, bends up to the plate. Weekly, the pitch. Down on the dirt for ball 2. Gregory thought about it for a moment. Gets back over to first. A beautiful day here in Chugiak, Alaska. Can't ask for much better here. Weekly, the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a called strike 3. And Weekly does what he does best. He gets a strike 3 call by the umpire. That's going to do it for this top of the first when we come back. The Chinooks are at the plate. We're back here in the bottom of the first as the center fielder Mike Caprice watches that one in for a ball 1 on the inside. On the mound is Brandon Gomer. The 6'4" right-hander as Preece fouls that one off. 6'4" right-hander out of University of Evansville. And the Chinooks fans are in business, thanking the sponsors after a foul ball by the Chinooks. 1-1 pitch. Down low for ball 2. 2-1 count coming up now for the Point Loma Nazarene center fielder. Gomer, the 2-1 pitch. Bottom of the first. As Preece sends that one to center. And that's going to be caught by Samuel Blair out there. Center field, and that's going to put Levi Gilcrease up to the plate.
For your Chinooks, number 10, Levi Gilcrease.
Levi Gilcrease contributed to that win yesterday as he roped a double, which put him in scoring position. He came around to score, and he takes that one low for ball 1. Gilcrease, also known for his arm, as he's had some impressive throws from right. And that one's ripped out to Blair in center. And that's going to be a quick out number 2. As Blair already off to a good start there. Defensive-wise, Justin Gomez now.
At the plate,
The Azusa Pacific catcher
Justin Gomez
comes to the plate for your Chinooks. That's going to be a strike 1 for the Evansville right-hander on the mound for the Glacier Pilots. 0-1 pitch to Gomez, who's in the squat tonight, as that one's going to be hit to the shortstop. Gregory over to the first baseman, Austin Chavin, and that's going to do it as the Chinooks go down in order, 1, 2, 3.
By Northern Chiropractic.
And when we come back, Weekly is going to be on the mound once again for your Chinooks in the top of the second. 0-0 is the score. And as we're back in the top of the second, Chris McCready, a right fielder from the University of San Diego, steps to the plate. As that one's in there for strike 1. 0-1 pitch coming up for Tyler Weekly, and he is going to hit McCready. And that's going to put a base runner on. For the Glacier Pilots is Chandler Anderson, the Tennessee left fielder.
Now batting for the Pilots, number 16, Chandler Anderson.
Chandler Anderson so far has not been hitting so well, and 77 average. 1 hit and 13 plate appearances. Looking to change that tonight for his Pilots as McCready takes his lead off first. Weekly looks in to Anderson. In the dirt for ball 1. One-0 pitch coming up for the Charleston Southern right-hander. And the home plate umpire says Anderson did go around, and that's going to even up the count, 1-1. 1-1 pitch coming up now for Weekly as McCready stands on first after that hit by pitch. Goes back over to McCready. To keep him honest over there. One pitch coming up. And that is hit out to left field. And that's going to be caught by Jeremy Johnson, the Auburn left fielder. And that's going to be 1 away now. The top of the second as Cade Harris playing the hot corner tonight for the Glacier Pilots at third from the University of Oklahoma.
Batting for the Pilots, number 15, the third baseman, Cade Harris.
Cade Harris, a native of Leona, Texas. As Weekly looks in to the Texan native. And that one's going to be popped up foul.
And that foul ball sponsored by Labor's Local.
This past season, Cade Harris hit .267 in 38 games played. He went 23 for 86, 2 homers. Just finished up his sophomore season there. Facing an 0-1 count now to the left right-hander, Weekly, and there goes McCready. The throw from Gomez and the tag. And that's going to be caught stealing. And that's going to be now 2 away. And while that stolen base was going on, an 0-2 pitch coming up for Weekly. And that misses high for ball 1. That one's down on the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 pitch coming up. Weekly, 2 away here, top of the second. All 2s so far. That one's ripped to the caught by Weekly. And that's going to do it as Weekly gets out of that inning on its own accord. We head to the bottom of the second. 0s on the board. Your Chinooks come to the plate. And as we're back in the bottom of the second, Shackelford tried to lay that bunt down, foul to the backstop.
Sponsored by Edward Jones Financial Investments in Gavin Reed.
Shackelford hitting .214 this season so far for your Chinooks from the Masters University. As Gomer ahead in an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. 0-2 pitch coming up now for the shortstop. Gomer, in his past year at University of Evansville, went 1-7, 7.66 ERA, and that's fouled down the left field line. Oh, 2 pitch again coming up for Gomer. 0-2 pitch. Nobody away here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss by Shackelford. That's going to do it for the Chinook shortstop as Alex Crotty the designated hitter from Mercer University, comes
Now
to the
batting
plate
for your
with a
Chinooks, number
.90
17,
average.
Alex Crotty.
He's hoping to turn things around here for the Chinooks. One out pitch from Gomer, down low for ball one. Brandon Mitchie, the second baseman, stands on deck. 1-0 pitch from the Purple Ace starter. Swing and a miss by Karate. To even up the count 1-1. And already some action going on now for the Chinook bullpen. As Chris Beck, the pitching coach, has not let Weekly have that long of a leash as Karate fouls that off to make it a 1-2 count. And that's nothing to say of for Weekly's performance, as obviously he's only allowed one hit through 2 innings. It's more of a durability thing, as Tyler Weekly, at 23 years old, has had his fair share of surgeries, already 2 redshirt years. And Chris Beck definitely wants to check that. As Karate fouls that one to the backstop to keep the count 1-2. As Gomer steps on the mound, 1-2 pitch. And swing and a miss by Karate. And the catcher puts the tag on him, and that's going to be a 1-out strikeout. 2 away now.
At the plate
For your Chinooks is Brandon Mitchie.
Brandon Mitchie.
Hitting 111 so far in this season. Comes to the plate. As after that Karate strikeout, that makes it 2 now. For the strikeout total for Gomer, so he throws that outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch for the 6'4" right-hander. Goes to the third base umpire. He says Mitchie did hell up. 2-0 pitch now for Gomer. To the second baseman, Brandon Mitchie. 2-0 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the second. And Mitchie lifts that out to right field, and that has a chance. And that ball is gone with a second baseman and a no-doubter. And that's a way to get the Chinooks on the board as Brandon Mitchie sends a solo shot belted to right. And the Chinooks make a 1-0 lead over the Glacier Pilots. And right from the crack of the bat, the right fielder, Chris McCready, said, I'm not even going to bother trying. That was belted to right. The Chinooks take a 1-0 lead on that solo shot from Brandon Mitchie. Luke Coffey comes to the plate now for your Chinooks, and he belts that one down the left field line. That's going to be a foul ball. Coffey rounds first, headed for second. The throw from Anderson, not even a chance as Coffey has a 1-out, has a 1-pitch stand-up double. And the Chinooks in business with 2 away here as Hayden Mixon, first baseman, steps to the plate. What I was going to say right before,
Hayden Mixon.
that stand-up double for Coffey as Coffey had a solo shot last night to even up the game 3-3 as he was our player of the game. Hayden Mixon now comes to the plate. Gomer has to work out of some trouble here with the runner in scoring position. Mixon watches that one in for strike 1. Coffey now stands at second after that. First pitch double down the left field line. Gomer, the 0-1 pitch. 2 away here, bottom of the second. 1 run already on the board. Down for ball 1. And this is a good thing for the Chinooks, as I've talked about for the past few games, just waiting for these bats to be woken up. And with tonight already off to a good start, and after last night, the bats seem to have found their place here in Alaska. 1-1 pitch. That misses outside for ball 2. The Chinooks have shown the potential to be a really deadly offensive threat, as they've had some good hits and good hacks, but they have not been able to find a place in the ballpark where there is no opposing team member to catch it or field it. 2-1 pitch coming up for the Purple Ace, right-hander, with 2 away, bottom of the second. In there for a ball, and that's going to put Mixon in the driver's seat with a hitter's count of 3-1. Luke Coffey stands at second. Mixon on the plate, facing a 3-1 count here with 2 away, bottom of the second. Brandon Mitchie solo shot to give the Chinooks a 1-0 lead. Gomer, 3-1 pitch. And Mixon sends that to right, and Coffey's going to get the go-ahead, and Coffey is going to come home, and he is going to slide in safe, and an RBI single for Hayden Mixon, and the Chinooks now have a 2-0 lead. As the right fielder, Chris McCready, out there tried to get the throw in, but had no chance as Luke Coffey comes in sliding to give the Chinooks
for your Chinooks, number 14,
2-0 lead. Jeremy Johnson, the War Eagle, Auburn Tiger, steps to the plate. Johnson had his debut last night, made his appearance known as he came in on a sac fly from third to give the Chinooks the edge over the Miners to take a 4-3 lead. Johnson watches that one in for strike one. And quickly, this game has turned as the Chinooks hold a 2-0 lead thanks to a solo shot by Brandon Mitchie, a Luke Coffey stand-up double, and Hayden Mixon signaling to right to put him in. Johnson going to dribble that to the third baseman. Cade Harris throws over to first, and that's going to be a third out. But not before the Chinooks put 2 on the board thanks to a solo shot by Brandon Mitchie. And when we come to the top of the third, your Chinooks hold a 2-0 lead over the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. And as we're back in the top of the third, Chinooks hold a 2-0 lead. And we're joined by last night's starting pitcher, Mike Batten. Mike, how you doing?
Doing pretty well after that inning right there, 2-run inning.
2-run inning. Now, Mike, as a pitcher, it must have been hard to see the Chinooks struggling with the bats, but has it been a nice little wake-up call to see them finally wake up the bats?
Yeah, these last two games, I feel like we've been swinging it pretty well. Just starting to see some pitches and get deeper in counts and take some nice approaches on the field. Feels great as a pitcher. I mean, you just get the offensive support that you need to pitch. So, get you deep in the ball games.
Well, you had a great game last night. Now, how does it feel out there when you're out there on the mound? How does it feel facing here? And you're from Southern Wesleyan University. What's the big difference you've seen between back home at Southern Wesleyan, as that's fouled to keep the count at 1-2, versus here in the ABL League?
Well, here in the ABL, a lot of guys here are someone's top guys somewhere else. Like here, 1 through 9, everybody can hit. You just got to be on top of your A game. So Weekly's been pitching pretty well lately.
Isn't that right? He gets a strikeout swing in there. That was Austin Chauvin. Samuel Blair, the center fielder, comes to the plate. But yeah, as you've been saying, Mike, I mean, these guys, especially for these pitchers, I mean, you're the number 1 at your school.
Mm-hmm.
And your teammate, J.J. Julian's the number 2. I mean, that's what we're seeing all across the board here.
Yep. And, I mean, the conference we're in, I mean, it's actually one of the best. It actually got voted one of the best hitting conferences in Division II baseball. So we're getting a little taste of our own medicine just like back home here.
Now, one thing me and Ryan up here in the broadcaster booth have been talking about a lot as Weekly misses outside for ball 2 is – now, it's been 2 weeks, but how was it getting to know not just these guys, but especially your catchers? as that pitcher-catcher relationship seems to be such a vital thing in terms of not only your success, but the team's overall success. Take us through, I think it's getting to know their pitchers as that's belted out to left and center, and that ball is off the wall, and Prees has to field that. Blair round second, headed to third, and he's going to slide in safely with a triple. That's going to put a base runner on for the Glacier Pilots with one away here in the top of the third.
But yeah, like as you were saying, like getting to know guys around here, it's fairly easy. We're all college kids. We all kind of go with the flow around here. I mean, catchers, you get used to the catchers after your first couple bullpens here. I mean, you start to get to know one another, on and off the field. So, and after the first game, everybody settles in and the catchers get to know you and know what you like to throw in certain counts and whenever.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to ask you who's your favorite catcher because you got to love them all as a pitcher. But have you noticed with three catchers that kind of rotate, is there anything that maybe you've noticed within the catchers that they just have their own little personal thing? Is that shot to center? And that's going to be a RBI single as Samuel Blair comes home. And that's a 2-1 game now for the Chinooks now as they hold a 2-1 lead. But as I was saying, how is it getting to know each and every one of them? And do you kind of have, as Chris Beck, the pitching coach, kind of told you when you pitch, this guy's going to be catching, or does it really depend?
They're on a rotation, not so it's basically a different guy almost every time we pitch. I feel that every single one of these catchers are pretty good behind the plate, good calling. They got good hands behind the plate. They're just great all around, all three of them. So
we love to hear that in the booth, as it has been a joy to watch you out there pitch. As Weekly has an 0-1 pitch to the shortstop, Gregory puts that in for ball one. And speaking of Weekly, had 2 redshirt years. Can you imagine as a pitcher? I mean, what does that do to you mentally, knowing that your arm, he has a metal screw in his throwing arm. How does he pitch with that?
I was redshirted my sophomore year. It puts a damper on your baseball career. He's an older guy. He's one of the oldest guys on the team. But when you're redshirted, you just get to sit back and watch the game. You're able to slow the game down and really pay attention to all the small details that really go on. And as a pitcher, you get to see what to throw and what counts and what works and what doesn't work. So it helps. But then again, I know it sucks when you're sitting out a year and you wish you were out on the field.
That is true, and I can't imagine going through not just 1 but 2 redshirt years. So, what injury did you have when you redshirted, or was it just a?
I had a severe bicep strain, so it wasn't too bad. Strain. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't too bad. That sounds severe. Well, did you get it while pitching, or what happened? Is Gregory? It's over to Coffee. Coffee watches Blair at second, throws over to Mixon at first. That's going to be 2 outs now. But take us through that injury. What happened?
Well, I was it was our second weekend series of the year.
Batting for the
I was slated
to
come out of the bullpen for that series, and I wound up coming in and there was 2 pitches where it didn't feel right, and I threw a third and told them I couldn't pitch no more. The next morning, I was unable to move my arm. A little bruise, not too bad. Lost all my strength.
Oh.
So yeah, it was rough. But as time went on, it came back and started throwing again and getting healthy.
How was that recovery process? Is there a timetable when, as a pitcher, your arm means everything?
Yeah, I was out for the entire year. Couldn't throw, couldn't really do much, just rehabbed. I rehabbed every day, twice a day actually. There was actually one day where I picked up a ball and just playing light toss and figured out I didn't have no more pain, so that was that.
To the bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's going to do it. The Glacier Pilots is Cameron Thompson flies out to Mike Prees. Now, Mike, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind joining us for one more inning in the bottom of the 3rd?
That's fine.
All right, when we come back, Mike Batten, the Southern Wesleyan University starting pitcher, is going to join us. Once again, it's your Chinooks. Well, the 2-1 lead as the Pilots put 1 on the board thanks to a triple by the center fielder Samuel Blair. He was brought in by Will Britton. We'll be back. Chinooks hold a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. And as we're back in the bottom of the third, joined once again by Mike Batten. Gomer puts that one in for ball one to Mike Capriz, the center fielder. Now, Mike, we talked about your relationship with the catchers. How is it being out where those pitchers? Is it true you guys ordered pizza one time in the bullpen?
Yes, we've that's actually kind of funny. We've ordered it twice so far, and it was both times at Mokai. And it's pretty funny because the delivery person is just like, I don't know where to bring this. Give you a little phone call and got to leave the bullpen and go get some pizza. So,
well, what kind of pizza was it?
We had some cheese and some pepperoni down there for the first time.
Solid. Prees lifts that to left. And Chandler Anderson's going to be under that. That's going to be one out now in the bottom half of the third. And so, obviously, when you're having fun out there, you grow closer to people. How is those relationships with the pitchers been? From my view, it kind of seems like the pitchers spend a lot of time together, as you would expect the catchers groups and the middle infielders groups. How's it been getting to know those guys and growing with them this summer?
Well, pitchers, we spend a lot of our time down in the bullpen together, and we're a different kind of people.
Different kind of animal, I would say.
Yeah, people call us weird and everything. We got our own superstitions, but getting to know these guys on and off the field have been great. Everybody, we don't have any like little cliques going on our team. I feel that we're all pretty well bonded team. So
now, speaking of bonds. Ty Beck just ran. How is I've seen that relationship grow. How is getting to know the bat boy Ty Beck?
Ty Beck, he's a trip, but he is the maturest 13-year-old that I've ever met.
I'd agree.
He's something else.
It's Ty Beck once again comes and fields that foul ball. And Levi Gilcrease gets on base thanks to a hit by pitch.
For your Chinooks, number 25.
Now, Mike, when you head back to Southern Wesleyan, what's the plan there? When you have to report back and everything, but we leave early August, you go right ahead and start training camp?
No, I actually I fly out August 6th back to Florida. Get to spend 2 weeks there with the family, and then on the 20th we start classes on the 23rd. So we'll go back. I'll get back there around the 20th, 21st, get settled in, get classes and books and everything situated, and then after that, after our first day of class, then we'll start up with ball and get back in the gym and get back to conditioning and running and everything. So
as Justin Gomez, the Azusa Pacific catcher, comes to the plate as he fouls that one off to make it a 1-2 pitch. Now, you did not just come here by yourself. You came here with JJ, who's the number 2 in your staff. Is you're the number 1. Is it cool having a little teammate here and somebody to bond with to take back to the college?
It is. JJ graduated this year, so it'll be rough not having him around next year. But he's a good mentor.
As Gomez rips that one to right, he's going to try to stretch that to a double, and he's going to slide in. Out is the call at second. As Gomez was trying to stretch that into a double. Gilcrease advances from first to third on the play as Gomez risked it all there. Ultimately came up short.
But yeah, like I was saying, coming here with JJ, I mean, it's just good to have somebody around, somebody that you know. Me and JJ never lived together, but this is the first year, and I mean, it's been going pretty well at the house. So.
And that is Shackelford hits over to the second baseman, Cameron Thompson. That's going to do it. The bottom of the third. Mike, we want to thank you for coming up and joining us for an inning.
It's not a problem.
We appreciate that, as we hope to have you a few more times this season. Now, Mike, before you go, those superstitions on the bullpen. Give us one.
To be honest, I don't know. I got a few of my own.
At tomorrow night's game,
I actually wear the same socks every time I throw. I actually wear the same everything every time I throw. So
Same everything.
Never change it.
You wash it?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know how superstitious you were.
Put it on same order and everything. Just
Same order.
So,
Well, we love the commitment. Mike, good luck the rest of this season. Probably going to be pitching in a few days. So
yes, I think it's Bucks here next time, Monday.
Mike Batten on Monday is going to be pitching. We expect you to be out there, Mike. We thank you for joining us as we head to the top half of the fourth. Or Chinooks hold the 2-1 lead. And as we're back in the top of the fourth, I want to apologize. We had some scoreboard issues. Got that all fixed. As Austin Chauvin fouls that one off to keep it at a full count. So far in this inning, the Glacier Pilots have put one on the board, thanks to a double by Chris McCready. And by Carter Benz, excuse me. Then McCready was able to single to score him. Runner stands at third, 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by Weekly. To keep this game tied at 2. When we come back, the Chinooks are up to the plate in the bottom of the fourth. And as we're back here in the bottom of the fourth, Alex Crotty takes an 0-1 pitch. Down in the dirt for ball one. And Crotty hits that out into center, fielded by the shortstop, Harris. And Crotty is going to be safe with an infield single.
Coming to the plate for your Chinooks, number 9, Brendan Mitchie.
Brandon Mitchie, who in his last at-bat hit a solo shot to right, now comes to the plate. And he hits that to the second baseman, Thompson. And they bobble that ball, and Mitchie will get on. Due to an error out there at short, it seems like. One away now.
Now batting for your Chinooks, number 30, the third baseman, Luke Coffey.
Luke Coffey now steps to the plate with one away as Mitchie takes his lead on first. Pitch from Gomer. Coffey laid down that bunt and misses outside for ball one. One 0 pitch coming up now. One away. Brandon Mitchie stands at first. 2-2 is the game. Coffey watches that one in. Strike one. One pitch coming up. Coffey swings and misses. Fouls that one in at the catcher's glove. That one's in the dirt for ball two. 2-2 pitch coming up to the third baseman. Missed outside for ball 3. Load the count full as Mitchie still stands over our first. Three-two pitch from Gomer. As Coffey smokes that in the left, and that's going to be a one-out single. Both runners on first and second.
Batting for your Chinooks, number 21, Hayden Mixon.
Hayden Mixon now steps to the plate after that one-out single by Luke Coffey. Pitch from Gomer, runner standing on second and third. Mixon watches that one in the dirt for ball 1. One-oh pitch coming up for the Purple Aces right-hander. Mitchie stands at second, Coffey at first. Mixon watches that one in for ball 2. Outside for ball 3. 3-0 count now to the LSU Eunice first baseman. Mixon had an RBI single in his last at-bat. After Coffey had a stand-up double. With a 3-0 pitch, he could get a pitch to hit here. 2-2's the score. 3-0's the count. Down in the dirt, and that's going to be a walk. And we're going to have bases loaded as Jeremy Johnson steps to the plate. Jeremy Johnson from the University of Auburn. As the catcher Carter Bands goes out and attacks his right-hander Brandon Gomer, and we're going to get a meeting on the mound now for the Pilots pitching coach. Just having a little meeting out there. We have some action now in the Glacier Pilots bullpen. As the right-hander Tyler Wilburn runs down to start warming up for the Glacier Pilots. Jeremy Johnson steps to the plate for the Chinooks in a good position here as bases loaded, one away. And if you're the Chinooks, worst-case scenario, you're asking for a pop out in the outfield somewhere. Has good speed on the bases, especially at third with Brandon Mitchie. Brandon Mitchie stands at third, Luke Coffey at second. Hayden Mixon at first with Jeremy Johnson up to the plate. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-2's the score. Brandon Gomer. This is Jeremy Johnson. Calls his timeout from the batter's box. Johnson takes the pitch from Gomer. In there for strike 1. On one pitch. Coming to the Auburn outfield. Gomer sets, delivers. Johnson hits that to right, and that ball is going to drop. And Coffey's going to be waved in after Mitchie just scores. And that ball scores 2 as Johnson tried to extend to a double. And he's going to be tagged out, trying to extend that base hit into a double. But nonetheless, a 2 RBI single there for Johnson. And the Chinooks take a 4-2 lead now.
At the plate for your Chinooks, number 24, Micah Breeze.
Micah Breeze now, the center fielder, now steps to the plate. Gomer delivers Breeze, taps that to the pitcher Gomer. Gomer goes over to first base, and that's going to do it. That's a quick 2-out out. Nonetheless, the Chinooks score 2 and hold a 4-2 lead. And as we come back to the top of the 5th, the Glacier Pilots are up to bat. And as we back in the top of the 5th, Chinooks hold the 4-2 lead. New pitcher, Tyler Yoshihara, on for the mound. Your Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks has a 2-2 count. This is high to low the count now, full. Samuel Blair, the center fielder, 1-for-1 in this game. Had a triple in his last at-bat and came around to score. 3-2 pitch from Yoshihara. Swing and a miss. It's going to put 1 out now as Will Brennan comes to the plate. The third inning, single
Will Brennan
to score Blair after Blair had a triple in that inning. One out pitch from Yoshihara. Inside for strike 1. A 1 pitch coming up. That ball's fouled.
And that foul ball sponsored by Edward Jones Financial Investment in Gavin Reed. But
Tyler Shower from Panoma. Pomona Pitzer College, excuse me. Misses inside for ball 1. Yoshihara just finished up his freshman year down there. Now facing a 1-2 count to the leadoff hitter, and that's hit into center. That ball is going to be fielded by Prees as Brennan takes a wide turnaround first, but comes back to first base. That's going to be a 1-out single. As Andre Gregory, the shortstop, 0 for 2 in this game so far. This is high for ball 1. Brennan stands over at first. Gregory up at the bat. 1-0 count now for the Glacier Pilot shortstop. Up high again is Yoshihara. 2-0 count now for the 1 away, top of the 5th. 4-2 lead for the Chinooks. Yoshihara sets and delivers. Brennan thought about going, and a swing and a miss by Gregory. And Gomez is going to be on alert now as Brennan went about halfway before retreating back. 2-1 pitch coming up for the Pomona pitcher. Throws over to first to keep him honest. Two-one pitch. 1 away, top of the 5th. 4-2. Your Chinooks ahead. Swing and a miss by Gregory. Going to even the count at 2-2. Yoshihara, a big Golden State Warrior fan, must be on cloud 9 after that NBA Finals. As that ball hit out to center, Prees gives a little chase. Camps under it. There's a fly out. 2 away now. In the Pilots' top half of the 5th. Cameron Thompson now steps to the plate.
Number 23,
Second baseman, 0 for 2 in this game so far. 2 away now. Brennan still stands at first. Yoshihara sets. Throws Brennan stealing. Gomez over to Shackelford. Shackelford delivers a tag. And Gomez gets Brennan caught stealing, and that's going to do it for the Chinooks. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your Chinooks hold a 4-2 lead.
Located in Eagle River and seek to tailor a wellness program specifically
And as we head to the bottom of the fifth, Levi Gilcrease steps to the plate. 0 for 1 is in his last at bat in the third, hit by a pitch. New pitcher for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Trying to get a word on who it was. And we'll let you know as soon as possible. Tyler Wilburn on the mound for the Pilots as he puts that one in for ball 1. Gilcrease takes ball 2 high. As Gilcrease hits that out to left, that has a chance. That goes to the warning track. Caught out there in center by Samuel Blair, and Gilcrease flies out.
We'd like to remind the kids who are playing on the fences around the ballpark to please stay off those fences for your safety. We appreciate your cooperation. Thank you so much.
And Gomez, the catcher, gets hit by a pitch there. The new pitcher is number 33, Tyler Wilburn, in the game now. Shackelford steps to the plate with Gomez. On due to hit by pitch. Shackelford put the bunt down for a moment, pulled it back. 1-0 count now. Wilburn in the stretch, delivers. Strike 1 on the inside. One pitch from Wilburn. Shackelford lays that bunt down the first base line. He's going to have a chance to turn this into an infield single. And Shackelford lays that bunt down perfectly. As not only does that get Gomez down to second, he gets on base himself. Alex Crotty, the switch-hitting catcher, comes on now for the Chinooks.
Batting for your Chinooks, number 17, Alex Crotty.
Alex Crotty steps to the plate now. Crotty takes that ball 1. 1-0 is the count here with 1 away. Inside for strike 2. Excuse me, just strike 1. Gomez stands at second. Gilcrease at first. 1 away here, bottom of the fifth. Chinooks hold a 4-2 lead, looking to extend. 1-1 pitch from Wilbur. Crotty takes that. Strike 2. One-two pitch now. 1 away, bottom of the fifth. Runners on first and second. Wilburn takes a sign from his catcher. And Crotty hit to the second baseman. Thompson goes to Gregory at second. And that's going to be 4-6-3 double play, and that's going to do it for the Chinooks. When we come back, Cameron Thompson steps to the plate for the Glacier Pilots. And as we head to the top of the 6th, Cameron Thompson steps to the plate as Yoshihara puts that one in for strike 1. Down low for ball 1. 1-1 pitch now. Coming up for the right-hander. Down low for ball 2. 2-1 count now. 4-2 lead for your Chinooks as we approach the top half of the 6th. Fouled off for strike 2 to even up the count. 2-2 now.
NFL ball sponsored by Friends of Dan Sadler.
2-2 pitch. Down low for ball 3, and that's going to load the count full. Three-two pitch. Nobody out. Top of the 6th. That's hit out to center, and that's going to be a leadoff base runner. As Thompson gets on base as he singles that one out to center. Carter Binns now, the catcher, steps to the plate
For the Pilots, number 14.
for the Glacier Pilots. Infield now backs up to double play depth as the Chinooks get some action now in their bullpen. Yoshihara looks over at first. Sets and delivers. Can't get that curveball down. Misses high for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Down low for ball 2. Yoshihara definitely does not want to lose this batter. With Chris McCready on deck. Left-handed hitting right fielder. Looking to do some damage. Yoshihara throws back over to first. Nothing going on. As that one's out to left center, and that's going to drop. Johnson able to cut that off. Runners on first and second now. Nobody out.
We want to send out another reminder.
Chris McCready steps to the plate.
Please remove yourself from that fence for your safety's sake. We'd appreciate.
Gomez walks back after a short pitcher's meeting with his pitcher, Yoshihara. Yoshihara faces nobody out. Runners on first and second position.
Batting for your Pilots, number 2, Chris McCready.
Chris McCready up now. As a University of San Diego right fielder. As runners stand on first and second. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. Thompson stands over at second, Binns at first. McCready in his last at-bat. An RBI double in 4th. And in the second inning, hit by a pitch. He's had a productive day on the base pass so far. 1-0 pitch now coming from Yoshihara. Misses down low for ball 2. Once again, Yoshihara has to work from behind here. Two-0 pitch. Nobody out. Top of the 6th. In for ball 3, and Yoshihara in risk of walking the bases loaded. Three-0 pitch coming up from Yoshihara. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. In there for strike 1. Three-one pitch. Coming up now for Yoshihara. Hitters count for McCready. Misses high, and that's going to load the bases. As Chandler Anderson steps to the plate. Chandler Anderson 0 for 2 so far. And Chris Beck going to have a meeting on the mound. Let's see if he pulls the plug. Nobody out. Bases loaded. 4-2 lead for the Chinooks. Chris Beck going to take the ball from the Pomona right-hander. And we're going to have a new pitcher for the Chinooks. And we're going to get a short break, and when we come back, new pitcher on for the Chinooks. And new pitcher on now for your Chinooks, Robert Winslow, out of the Masters University. Comes in to face Chandler Anderson, the Tennessee left fielder. With bases loaded, nobody out, and a chance for the Pilots to take the lead and then some. Winslow gets the call from Gomez, and the pitch. Up high for ball one. This is down low for ball two. Not the start you wanted. As walking, this batter would be the worst thing you could do. 2-0 pitch coming up for Winslow. Nobody out, top of the sixth. And that one's hit to the shortstop, Shackelford. Shackelford throws over to Coffey at third. And heads up baseball by Shackelford. Run does score.
Batting for the Pilots, number 15, Cade Harris.
Cade Harris now steps to the plate. With the one out, the Pilots able to put one on the board. After that ground out, fielder's choice by Aaron Shackelford. Still a lead for the Chinooks, 4-3. In there for strike one. A 1 pitch coming up now. Harris out deep to Priest. Priest gives chase. Camps under that one. And McCready's going to try to tag, and he's going to do so. Slides into third. And runners on the corners now is Winslow. Got Harris to fly out to center.
At the plate for the Pilots, number 26, Austin Chavin.
Austin Chavin now comes to the plate with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. 4-3 lead for the Chinooks. Samuel Blair, the center fielder, stands on deck. Outside for ball 1. A no count now, facing the Masters right-hander. Runners on the corners, 4-3 lead for the Chinooks. 1 run already scored for the Pilots. Down low in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 count, 2 away, top of the 6th. Swing and a miss by Chavin. 2-1 count now. Facing the St. Mary's third baseman, or first baseman, excuse me. This is down low again, ball 3. Hitters count now for the first baseman, Chavin. Hitting .294 in this season so far. His first 2 at-bats ended with a strikeout swing and open to change that tune here. 3-1 pitch by Winslow. Swing and a miss by Chavin. And that lowers the count full, and Winslow, with 1 more strike, get out of this inning and keep the Chinooks ahead of this one. Runners on the corners, 4-3 lead for the Chinooks. 3-2 pitch coming up to the first baseman, Chavin. 2 away, top of the 6th. Winslow gets the call from Gomez. Winslow sets and delivers. And that one's chopped foul down the third base line. Three-two pitch again for Winslow. 2 away, top of the 6th. Foul to the backstop. We're going to do it once more. 3-2 pitch again. Coming up for Winslow. Runners on the corners. 4-3 lead. Full count for Winslow. Down low, and that's going to walk him. Load the bases. Samuel Blair steps to the plate now. The bases loaded situation. And a 1-run deficit for his Glacier Pilots. Blair comes into this game hitting 1 for 2 so far in the 3rd inning. Started things off scoring-wise for the Pilots with a triple, then scored. Thanks to a Will Brennan RBI single and struck out swinging in the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 away. In there for strike 1. Blair from University of Arkansas, made it to the Super Regionals, but fell ultimately to Texas A&M. A long game that lasted over 6 hours. Swing and a miss by Blair. That's going to put Winslow in the driver's seat. 0-2 count, 2 away. Bases loaded, 4-3 lead for the Chinooks, top of the 6th. Winslow 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. 0-2 pitch from the Masters product. Down low, that ball's going to get to the backstop. Gomez is going to try to track that down. But McCready is going to come home to score. Pass ball. And runners advance as well. Tie game now. As Kate Harris stands over on third. Austin Chauvin stands at second and a swing and a miss by Blair. But not before the Pilots tie this game up. 4-4 when we come back. Brandon Mitchie up to the plate in this 4-4 ball game. Head to the bottom of the sixth. Your Chinooks tie 4-4. And as we head to the bottom of the sixth after the Pilots put 2 on the board in the top half. 4-4 game now. Brandon Mitchie stepping to the plate. Takes that one inside for ball 1. Tyler Wilburn back out there once more. 1-0 count now to the Aussie product. And that's a flying bat as Mitchie swings and misses. Even up this count 1-1. That ball sailed all the way to the first base coach, and Mitchie's done that a few times in batting practice as well. And he had the strength to get this one out here in the second, so he definitely has the strength to hurt somebody on a flying bat. 1-1 pitch to Mitchie. Mitchie takes that one in for ball 2. Strike 2. Make it a 1-2 count. Luke Coppy stands on deck. He's 2 for 2 in this game. 1-2 pitch for Wilburn. And Mitchie is able to chop that, fielded by Benz, and that is rounded out as Benz was able to get there up in time to throw him out over at first.
Batting for your Chinooks, number 30, Luke Coffey.
Luke Coffey now steps to the plate. 1 away, bottom of the sixth. Coffey takes that one for strike 1. And there for ball 1. Evens the count 1-1 now with 1 away, bottom of the sixth. On deck is Hayden Mixon, first baseman. 1-1 pitch. Down low for ball 2. And Coffey, in the second inning, scored a double. Had a stand-up double scored. In the fourth inning, had a single and came around to score as well. So he's been hot so far after a solo shot in yesterday's affair. Coffey watches that one sail for ball 3, and Coffey in the driver's seat with a hitter's count of 3-1. Coffey's been really stroking the ball well lately. 3-1 pitch. As Coffey fouls that one.
And that foul ball is
right field line.
Local 341.
3-2 pitch coming up now. One away, bottom of the sixth. 4-4 is the score. And another foul ball
And that foul ball
for the
sponsored by
Westmont
Edward
College
Jones Financial Investments in
athlete.
Kevin Reed.
Wilburn grips the ball once more. 3-2 pitch coming up. Coffee fouls that once more, this time to the backstop. And Coffee seems to be on this one. Full count now to Luke Coffee. Another foul and another flying bat as back-to-back bats have flown out of the batter's hands. And we might have to put up a sign saying, watch out for Aaron Bats, as Luke Coffey sends that one into the Chinook dugout. Once more, Luke Coffey faces a full count with one away, bottom of the sixth. Full count pitch. Another foul ball, and we have a battle going on, folks.
And that foul ball sponsored by the Chinook Shack.
As this is going to be the 10th pitch of this at-bat, and Coffey is just missing this bat. Just misses this pitch. And if he can even this out, this could go far. 3-2 pitch from Wilburn. Coffey sends that one out to center. Not deep enough as the center fielder, Samuel Blair, camps under that one and puts that one away. Up now is Hayden Mixon. 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth.
Coming to the plate for your Chinooks, number 21, Hayden Mixon.
Two away here for Wilburn. Mixon watches that one sail high for ball one. Jeremy Johnson stands on deck. Mixon, 1 for 2 in this game, had a single in the second inning. And was walked in the fourth as that one sails outside for ball two. 2-0 count now. 2-0 pitch to the LSU Unis Products. Swing and a miss. 2-1 count now. Two-one pitch. 2 away here. Outside for ball 3. And once again, a Chinook batter in the driver's seat. And looks to make Wilburn pay. 3-1 pitch. Up high for ball 4, and that's going to put a base runner on. For the Chinooks as Jeremy Johnson steps to the plate. With a run on first and 2 away.
Batting the Breeder Chinooks, number 14, Jeremy Johnson.
Jeremy Johnson's gotten 1 for 2 in this game, was able to single. He scored 2 RBIs, was caught trying to advance from first to second. Johnson watches that one in for strike 1. 0-1 pitch now for the Chinooks. 2 away here, bottom of the 6th. Mixon stands over at first. Wilburn delivers. Johnson watches that one in for strike 2. And this seems to favor a high strike zone, especially on that right side. And the fans of the Chinooks not too pleased with the call so far. 0-2 pitch. Mixon's running. Taken outside for ball 1. And no throw as Mixon got a great jump on that one. That was a great steal, great read, as the catcher Carter Benz didn't even attempt to throw. Mixon now stands in scoring position at second. 1-2 pitch coming up to the Auburn Tiger, Jeremy Johnson. Singles in the 4th, looking to at least repeat this in this inning. 1-2 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss by Johnson. And the Chinooks get no runs on 1 base runner thanks to a walk. And when we come back, top of the 7th, this game tied 4-4. And as we're heading to the top of the 7th, that's a ball 1 on the outside by Winslow. Facing Will Brennan, ball 2. We're joined by Brian Mulholland, who is having the opportunity, and the Chinooks have the privilege of him discipling us. Brian, how you doing so far?
Excellent. It's great to be here.
Well, we're great to have you, and Brian started his discipleship. How long are you here for? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks. So we have been thrilled. So you're from the Ohio area. How's the weather treating you so far?
I heard it was cold before it came, but since I've been here, it has been 2 beautiful days.
Too beautiful. Well, I was talking to you beforehand as Winslow has a 2-2 pitch coming to Brennan. You wake up at 5 a.m. It's a 4-hour time difference as Brennan fouls that one off. Well, you came here last summer, correct?
I came for a vacation, but was at the Chinooks for 2 games.
So because you've been here, does the body how's your body react to that?
It struggles, especially with the light issue. But yeah, automatically waking up at 5 a.m. I can't last very long.
Well, I'll be honest, as Brennan flies out to Jeremy Johnson on the left, I'm only from California, so that's only 1 hour difference. So I sleep like a baby on most nights. It's Andre Gregory, the shortstop. So Brian, well, we're glad to have you. So talk a little bit about what's your relationship with Chris Beck look like, because you were telling me that's kind of how you were. You don't work for AIA, as Winslow misses up high for ball 1. Kind of how'd you get this discipleship gig?
Yeah, we known Chris Beck and his wife Danielle for about I'd guess 15 years. AIA headquarters is north of Cincinnati in Xenia, and we live in Cincinnati, and so we go to the same church. And I got to know them over the years, and I've been fortunate to really grow a strong friendship, and asked me to come back this year and to spend some time with the team. So excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. That's an awesome story. Now, you were telling us, you're big into history.
Yes.
Now, what can you say? It's been interesting. Do you ever kind of correlate the history of baseball with the history that you teach? Has you ever kind of crossed anything with what you've taught?
There, at the school I teach at in Cincinnati, there was for a year a class called the History of Sport, which
man, that's my dream.
A lot of folks would get into. But unfortunately, the class I teach, we don't touch on that too much.
As Cameron Thompson, the second baseman, steps up late after that walk by Gregory.
Cameron Thompson.
So coming out here, what's your plans here? You said that you've been on a hike. I mean, you were here last year on vacation.
Yeah, I've fallen in love with Alaska and the outdoors and hiking. So I want to continue, and we've got the opportunity to check out Eagle River and Chugiak and Anchorage and all the surrounding areas. Just so much beauty to take in. I also want to see a bear. I did not see a bear last year.
Did not see one.
I've not seen one yet.
Well, I was able to see one. Actually, I went with my host dad as Winslow misses. Down low to even up to count 1-1. Gregory stands at first. I was at a golf range, and actually a bear was, we could see him about probably 40 yards. And that's crazy to me, just how common it is. My host dad was saying, he was just doing golf around 8 o'clock, and a bear and a moose were just walking about 10 feet from him. So I don't know if I'd really want to – it would depend on how far the bear was.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
For me. What wildlife have you seen when you went here?
Lots of moose, bald eagles. Did see a caribou at Denali last year.
Caribou?
Yeah.
I've not checked that off my Alaska wilderness bucket list. As Winslow misses out Hyde for ball 2 to even up to count 2-2. They said a bald eagle. I've seen one of those before, and those are beautiful things to watch in the air.
There was one just before the game, right over here, and it's circling in the sky. Gorgeous.
Hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. Maybe a little freedom for the Chinook bats as we've finally been able to break out of whatever stigma we've been in, as Winslow throws over to Gregory at first. Now, Brian, take us through, when you're trying to teach, what's the difference between teaching U.S. history to high school students versus, we're not really trying to instruct, but kind of teach to the hearts of college men, as Winslow gets Thompson a strikeout swinging for 1 away, 2 away, excuse me, as Carter bends the catcher steps to the plate. But kind of take us through, what goes in your thought process between, you're not teaching high schoolers, you're trying to talk to grown men here, some as old as 23. What do you kind of go through? think in your mind?
Yeah, there's a wide variety of guys here from all over the country, even
You have an Australian.
international. So you got to keep that in mind, who your target is, and guys have had all kinds of experiences. Their faith is at different levels as well, and so you kind of gotta shoot to the middle and hope that the things that you talk about minister to everybody.
As that is going to be a single into left field for Carter Benz. And Gregory is going to advance to second. 2 on now for the Pilots as Chris McCready steps to the plate for the Pilots with 2 on and 2 out. But as you were saying, I mean, when you're talking to these guys, they're from all over, all walks and different paths of life. The crazy thing, though, is you,
Coming to the plate
as
before the Pilots,
Brian got into talking about the attributes of God, is everything you're talking about. It doesn't matter what your background is, where you're from, how old you are, whether you have 1 parent, 2 parents, doesn't matter. They all relate. And that's the amazing thing about you're talking about. And, you know, as you kind of extend, what are you most looking forward to in talking not only just these guys, but as well as, you know, the coaching staff and just all these guys here?
It's fascinating to talk to people and what experience do they have? What journey are they on? And where have they gone and where are they going? And this is an exciting group of young men and coaches who have dreams and aspirations, and to talk to them about those. And how do you interpret, or not interpret, but how does your faith work into that? And so it's great just to have conversations with these guys. I look forward to that over the next 2 weeks about where they're going, what they're doing, what their dreams are, and what God has in store for them.
Well, that is definitely something to look forward to as Winslow. Pitch that one low to make it a 2-1 count to McCready. And one thing that I've loved, as I'm sure, Brian, you'll be able to say when your 2 weeks is up here, is just getting to know each and every one of these stories. I had the chance to share my testimony today. And the crazy thing is, whoever shares the next testimony is going to be completely different, yet we're here for the same purpose.
Yeah.
As Winslow puts that one up for strike 2. When you're instructing high school students, and you're up here now, talking to these college guys, is there a sense of difference you feel?
Oh, absolutely. I usually teach freshmen.
Oh,
so
boy, I apologize for that. I was once a freshman.
that is a squirrely age when you're still trying to figure out who you are and what you'd like to do, who your friends are.
And the foul ball
And
sponsored by
so it's a
Princeton
totally
Sattler.
different group of people. These guys are motivated that we get to watch play, and they have a game plan, and they know what they want to do. So it's great to see both. There's benefits of working with both, but it's a nice change to be here with these guys.
Well, you were absolutely nailed it on the head in terms of freshman in high school. I do remember my freshman year, definitely not the same as I was as Winslow. Another foul off the bat of McCready. Keep him count at 2-2.
Edward Jones Financial Investments in Kevin.
As I've already seen, some players are starting to talk to you and pick your brain a little bit. And how does that feel for you, just knowing that, you know, you're not just talking to a blank wall here.
Right.
These guys actually listen. They actually take the time to go out and just talk to you. And whether that's during batting practice, when we're getting a meal, how does that feel for you?
That's why I came. Was God's given me a story and a journey, and it's the opportunity to share that. If that helps one person, that's
We are heading
fantastic.
to the bottom of the 7th inning.
McCready flies out to left to Jeremy Johnson. And when we come back, top of the order, and we're going to hear more from our disciple, Brian. Brian, thanks for being with us. Can't wait to have you back in the bottom half of the 7th. 4-4 game when we come back.
Yours back.
Mike Capri steps to the plate for the Chinooks. There's a grounder, and he's going to have an infield single. As Prees is going to leg that one out for an infield single.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mike Prees legs out an infield single. We have a leadoff base runner as Levi Gilcrease comes to the plate. With a runner on first, nobody out. And the pitch from Wilbur. Gilcrease lays that bunt down. Prees comes over to second. And Gilcrease does his job. He has the sack bunt. And Prees advances over to second. And the big hitting lefty, Justin Gomez, steps to the plate. Gomez has had his crack. In the third inning, he was caught trying to go from first to second. And he was hit by the pitch in the fifth. One out here. Mike Prees in scoring position. The bottom of the seventh, critical juncture of this game, as Aaron Shackelford stands on deck. The lefty sets and delivers. Gomez hits that out into left center. And that's right. The left fielder, Chandler Anderson, and Mike Prees has to retreat. Back to left, Aaron Shackelford now. The shortstop.
At the plate,
He's up to the plate now with 2 away, bottom of the seventh. Mike Prees stands at second. Inside for ball one. Shackelford from Wilburn. Wilburn, the 1-0 pitch. 2 away here, bottom of the seventh. Prees stands at second. Shackelford fouls that down the first base line for strike one. Now, Brian, how impressed are you with these Chinook fans?
They are into the game.
Die hard.
I'm very impressed.
Now, if you missed it, we had a little malfunction trying to get Take Me Out to the ball game. Well, guess who started singing? Chinook fans, and it worked as Prees was able to, while they were still singing, get on board, and Shackelford takes that one in for a strike two. One-two pitch coming up. And the Masters University shortstop. Prees stands at second. Wilbur sets and delivers. Shackelford just gets some wood on that one to keep his at bat alive. Shackelford has been waiting for his bat to finally start pumping like it's used to. 1-2 pitch with 2 away, bottom of the seventh. 4-4 is this game. Some action down in the Chinook bullpen as well. 1-2 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the seventh. And Shackelford swings and misses, and that's going to do it for this seventh inning. And when we head to the top of the eighth, new pitcher for the Chinooks, 4-4 after 7. New pitcher on for your Chinooks, Preston White. He was actually drafted by the Los Angeles Dodgers earlier this week. And he misses down low for ball 1. So congratulations to Preston White, as he has to make that decision now whether to continue with his transfer. As that bunt by Anderson's down, White fields that to throw to first. Mixon just able to keep that one in front of him. There's a miscommunication. Puts Anderson on the base. A leadoff base runner for the Pilots. Cade Harris up to bat now for the Pilots with the runner on. Now, Brian, we were talking about when White was coming in. He has some gas.
Very impressive. Seems like he's got a third gear.
Well, he definitely does, as he misses down for ball 1. Gomez popped up to try to get Chandler Anderson sleeping at first. Preston going to attend the Masters University. That is, if he holds with his decision to not go to the Dodgers, as that will be official in a few weeks if he chooses to do so. 1-0 pitch to Harris. And that one's up, and White able to get the ground and catch that butt. And Cade Harris flies out to the pitcher, trying to have a sac bunt, and Austin Javin up to the plate. So, Brian, we kind of been talking here for the next few weeks. What's the plans after you get back to Ohio?
Good question. I'm going to run a camp at church, a sports camp for kids. I'll do that for a week. Also, continuing my love of baseball, trying to knock out all the baseball stadiums in the country.
20 or so, you said.
I've got 20, yeah. So we got a little work left to do.
Which ones have you not been to?
The West Coast, Texas. California and Texas.
So you have not been to AT&T Park?
No.
You're missing out on the best. I am biased, but oof, that is a joy. You got to get garlic fries, sit in left field side on a night game, preferably fireworks night. As White misses up high for ball 2.
Wear a winter coat.
Wear 2. As White now faces the 2-0 pitch. Well, that's something that I would love to do, is visit all 30 parks. And with only 10 to go, it looks like you're going to be able to do it.
We'll pick up Miami in July. My favorite back east is Pittsburgh PNC Park.
That is normally up. I'm a huge Giants fan. And so when it comes to parks, typically it's either us, AT&T Park, or them at number 1. And can't really fault them for that, as White faces Chauvin with a 3-0 count. As Anderson stands at first with 1 out, as Cade Harris could not put the bunt down and popped out to the pitcher. 3-0 pitch, and he loses Chauvin. And Brian, we were talking about that control he had, as he's going to find that as he faces the 9-hole hitter Samuel Blair with 1 away, runners on first and second.
Pittsburgh has laid out their stadium perfectly downtown with the backdrop of the city.
That's what I've heard. And you have the pier or the river?
The river's directly behind it.
The river's right behind it.
Yep. Roberto Clemente Bridge.
That is a beautiful stadium, I've heard.
But looking out here, it's hard to figure a better backdrop.
Well, yeah, who needs a river when you got a mountain?
Unbelievably beautiful.
Samuel Blair up to the plate, takes that one inside for ball 1. White struggling to find his command here. You know, I would have to say, I think the best park to attend, though, would have to be Fenway.
I've not been there. That's one up north.
That's probably the crown jewel of them.
Wrigley.
Wrigley's up there, too.
It's up there, but underneath it's still very old and outdated, but the field itself is beautiful.
1-0 pitch coming for White. In there for strike 1. Well, I think one of mine that I would love to go to is just to see it for what it is, and that's Houston Astros, Minute Maid Park, down in Houston, Texas. You going to Tampa Bay this year? Not as excited as
I have been to Tampa Bay already. It's like sitting in a warehouse.
Sitting in a warehouse, and
but they're a good team. So
They are good this year.
I'll be playing the Orioles when I go. So it's good baseball.
Division rivals. I've been to Baltimore with Camden Yards.
I have been.
Beautiful out there. So would you say Tampa Bay is the worst one you've gone to?
Worst one I've gone to. I hear Oakland is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, have you been there?
I have not been there in the past few years where I can remember. As Samuel Blair strikes out swinging. Preston White. It's 2 outs now. As the top of the order, Will Brennan steps to the plate. I have not been in the past few years where I can remember, but hearing from friends, hearing from family, it is just not good. I mean, they play in a football stadium.
Yeah.
When
Not
you have
conducive
that,
for baseball.
not at all. It is funny, though, to see the Raiders, who share that with the A's, only for one more season, as they head to Las Vegas next year. It's funny to see them have to run across the second base line. As Gomez calls timeout from the catcher. And he's going to go and talk to his pitcher, Preston White. Calling the shortstop, Aaron Shackelford. Aaron Shackelford kind of has taken the mantle of captain on this team in terms of vocal leadership, and he just commands respect out on that baseball field as he looks to give confidence to his starting pitcher, him and Gomez. Preston White, that is. 2 outs here, runners on first and second. Will Brennan, top of the order, playing DH tonight from Kansas State. Looks to make Preston White pay here. White sets and delivers. Ball in the dirt. Gomez picks that one back up shortly. And Chris Beck is going to go up to the mound here. And with a lefty on and a lefty warming up in the bullpen, let's see if Beck makes this call here. Hasn't taken the ball yet. Let's see what happens. It would not behoove me to see Beck as Eddie Hyatt's out there getting warmed up. And Brian, if you saw yesterday, Eddie Hyatt, best spear in the ABL, would you say?
Yes. Yes.
No doubt about it.
He is a man with a rubber arm.
Oh, as he just throws slider after slider. Well, the red beard is not going to get a chance this inning, or at least not yet. Hopefully it is no chance, as White is going to stay in here, faces a 1-0 count, 2 away. Talk about complete opposites. You have the 6-foot tattooed Eddie Hyatt and the 6'5" clean-shaven Preston White. As that's hit to the second baseman, Mitchie. Mitchie fields that over to Mixon at first, and that's going to do it. As Preston White pitches out of a struggle here, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. Tie game 4-4, and the Chinooks look to take the lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th. We'll be back. Chinooks baseball.
plate for your Chinooks, number 17.
We're here in the bottom of the 8th as Alex Crotty steps to the plate. New pitcher here for the Pilots, Will Brennan, who has played DH tonight, into pitch now. Lefty out of Kansas State. The pitch to the Mercer Bear. Outside for ball 1. One-zero pitch. Down low for ball 2. Brian, can you believe it's a 9:15 game with this weather?
No.
Oh, it is
Interesting.
insane.
The wind has gone away.
That's a shot to the second baseman, Cameron Thomas. That's going to be a 4-3 ground out for Crotty. Brandon Mitchie, who had a solo shot in the second inning, steps to the plate now with one away.
Brandon Mitchie.
And as Brian, you were saying, there is no wind. There's barely any sun. The light is here. And this is just beautiful baseball weather. As Brendan looks in to the left-hander, second baseman. Mitchie, did he go? Third base up is going to say he did held up. For ball 1. Chinooks hoping to take this lead so they have a safe situation going into the 9th. 1-0 pitch. In there. Strike 1. And Brian, I don't know about this hump. He's been missing a few calls, I think.
Those outside calls.
As he sure likes him, as Mitchie takes that one in for ball, strike 2. And it is hard for these players sometimes with these umps. This ump has been all over the place, but ultimately, there's the only one with the power. 1-2 pitch, and Mitchie stays alive after being able to foul tip that one to the Pilot dugout. 1-2 pitch coming up for the lefty. Luke Coffey stands on deck. Luke Coffey has been hitting the tear off the ball. Mitchie swings and misses. No.
Foul ball.
The ump is going to call a foul ball. Good heads-up play by the umpire. 1-2 pitch. One away. Bottom of the 8th. 4-4 game. Mitchie hit to the second baseman. Thompson. And Mitchie slides in. Safe is the call.
Some great hustle.
Some fantastic hustle by Mitchie. Put a base runner on for Coffey. And Brian, that's what you'll love to see for these guys. Just in baseball in general.
Love the game.
Love the game. Because if you're not willing to slide in that situation, it might be best to hang up the cleats. Especially at this kind of competitive level. It might be summer league, but you want to win. And if you do not want to win this game, you better get out of this game as soon as possible because you're just not going to make it. Luke Coffey steps to the plate with one away. Mitchie on first. Coffey rips that down the right field line. Now that's going to get down. Mitchie's going to round second. He's going to come to third. And we have runners on the corners. And the Chinooks are in business, and Luke Coffey stays hot. As he's now 3 for 4 in this game. Hayden Mixon steps to the plate. And Brian, I don't know if you've seen it yet. Maybe you saw it last year, but we've seen so far Joan Growth. The Chinook manager, how aggressive he is. If you're the head coach, you're tied 4-4, would you do the suicide squeeze here? It's risky.
It is. One out. I don't think I would here.
As Mixon, with the speed that you have, the worst case, obviously, is a double play. But a Mixon can just get some wood on this bat somewhere in the outfield. That'd be perfect. Obviously, we'd love a hit, but right now we're just looking to take the lead. 4-4 is this game. Runners on the corners, and Mixon fouls that one. The backstop, and well, it looks like he seems to be seeing this pitch. 0-1 pitch. One away. 4-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Runners on the corners. Mixon at bat. 0-1 pitch. Mixon another foul. He seems to be just missing.
And that foul ball sponsored by Laborers Local 341.
So no suicide squeeze, it seems like. So it looks like John Growth pulling back the aggressive just a little bit. Just going to like to see how this turns out. 0-2 count coming up. Mixon looking to stay alive here. Brennan. And the windup and the pitch. And Mixon gets some wood. Mitchie's coming home. The throw to Carter Bent. Mitchie slides in safe. Safe is the call. And the Chinooks take the lead in the bottom of the 8th, 5-4.
Great effort once again by Brandon, avoiding the tag.
And I'll be honest, Brian, it looked like he was out, but maybe he avoided the tag as the umpire just checking.
Number 14,
The ball got there first, but he avoided the tag.
He avoided that tag, and as a Chinook fan, we will definitely take it as the Chinooks are now up 5-4, and a chance to add on some more as Jeremy Johnson steps to the plate. Luke Coffey at second, Mixon at first. 5-4 game now for the Chinooks. Johnson takes that one in for strike one. And the first baseman, Austin Chauvin, right when that one got to him, he threw right home. And I was surprised Mitchie was going. Now, obviously, he had to go. If that was what he was doing, he could not hesitate. That was a good slide.
Perfect slide.
As obviously with the Alaska Baseball League, we do not yet have a second or third camera to see that in slow motion, but that would have been a heck of a thing to see. 0-1 pitch coming up for Brendan to Johnson. Johnson over to third base and throw to second, and Johnson able to run that out to avoid the double play. Good hustle once again by Chinook. Mixon out at first.
At the plate for your Chinooks, number 24, Micah Prees.
Micah Prees now at the top of the order. Steps to the plate. Two outs now, and Prees hit .321 so far. Had a single in the 7th. Looking to just get the ball out somewhere where a pilot uniform is nowhere in sight to get Coffey from third. Now, there has been a good amount of pass balls in this league, and so Coffey has to be on alert there. Brennan with runners on the corners. Johnson, good speed at first. Would not be surprised to see the plug on a steal there. Pitch from Brennan. Prees takes that one in for strike one. John Groth giving his encouragement from the third base coaching box. Levi Gilcrease stands on deck, hoping to get some hacks here in this inning. 0-1 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the 8th. Chinooks hold a 5-4 lead. Throws back over to Johnson. Now, Brian, would it be that shocking to maybe see Johnson try to steal second? He has good speed over there.
Yeah, I was actually counting on it. I'm a little surprised they're holding.
Because if Johnson gets speed, I mean, I would expect Coffey then to come from third if that throw is to second. And Prees sends that one to left. And Anderson settles onto that. That's going to do it as Prees flies out to left field. But we're going to head to the top of the 9th, and Chinooks have a chance to close this one out for back-to-back wins here. 5-4 game after Brandon Mitchie comes home and hustles from third base. We'll be back at the top of the 9th.
Lifestyle advice and
What hustle. And as we're back in the top of the 9th, Preston White on once again to try to close this out. Andre Gregory and Brian, we were talking in between innings. The Chinooks took that lead. Brandon Mitchie started that run on a hustle to get on first, and he hustled him to third. And that's really what you have to have in this league, is just willing to put it all on the line.
He made it happen single-handedly.
And 0-1 pitch now for White. The Chinooks 3 outs away from back-to-back wins. Outside for ball 1.
We've seen that pitch called strike several times tonight.
I think we've seen a lot of pitches called strikes that should not be called strikes, though, if I'm being honest. But that's why I'm in the booth. 1-1 pitch. Gregory over to Coffee. Coffee goes over to Mixon and 1 away. In the top of the ninth. On a 5-3 ground out. 2 outs now for the Chinooks to win. Cameron Thompson,
Batting for the Pirates, number 23.
left-handed second baseman, steps to the plate now. 1 out here. Top of the ninth. In there for strike 1, and White seems to have shaken off whatever was bothering him in the top half of the 8th. And has found that control once again. 0-1 pitch, 1 away, top of the ninth. 5-4 lead for the Chinooks. And that's it. For the first baseman Mixon. White goes over to cover. The throw, puts on the tag. 2 outs now. And we are 1 out away from a Chinook win. As Carter Benz, who's 3 for 4 with 3 singles, steps to the plate to keep this alive for the Pilots. 5-4 lead. Preston White on. 1 away from the save here. 5-4 lead for the Chinooks. Top of the ninth. 2 outs. White set in the pitch. In there for strike 1. Off to a good start here. 0-1 count.
This would cap off a great 2 nights, beating the first place team last night and the
Second place team tonight. And a swing and a miss by White. 0-2 pitch, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Preston White, 1 swing and a miss here from getting back-to-back wins and putting the Chinooks firmly on the path to success once again. 0-2 count, 2 away. Top of the ninth, 5-4 lead for the Chinooks. 0-2 pitch, White sets and delivers. Swing and a miss! And that's going to do it as the Chinooks put this win on the board, 5-4. Brian, if this is any indication, you were not allowed to leave.
It's been a great start.
As the Chinooks take this game.
Let's give away a $10 gift card to Jalapenos Mexican Restaurant, 716-685.
We need to give some credit to the team monkey that was put out there yesterday as well.
That has done wonders so far.
Mexican Restaurant.
We are definitely going to keep that monkey. We're going to take a short break. But when we're back, we're going to have the player of the game, Brandon Mitchie, I would definitely say, put the Chinooks on the board and came to put them up 1-0 and came around to score 5-4 with some great hustle plays. We're going to take about a 3 to 4 minute break. When we're back, Brandon Mitchie will join us. And we are back with Brandon Mitchie. Today's player of the game, Brandon, back-to-back wins. Kind of the monkey off the back. How you feel just getting that second win?
It feels great, honestly. Obviously, we haven't been playing too well the past few games, aside from yesterday, and it felt great to get back in the groove. You know, all the guys struggling at the plate, struggling on the mound. I mean, we just did a great job today getting back to that, getting the swing of things. So it was good.
It was a great overall team performance, but especially you started this game off, putting the Chinooks on the board. Take us through that home run. Only the second home run we've seen for the Chinooks, and there hasn't been many home runs in this league. How did that feel? How did it feel coming off the bat? How did you feel beforehand, too?
Even taking BP today, I just had a different mindset. I've been struggling just in this league the past few games, so really changed my approach with my BP, and I felt like it carried over into the game. I mean, that was probably one of the first squared up balls I've had since I've been here, so it felt really good. Yeah, that's about it, yeah.
Well, whatever's working, keep it going. And then obviously in that bottom half of the eighth, you're running down the first base line. You see the throw coming in. Was it instinct to just go in there and slide?
Me and Coach Growth, actually, we talked prior to that, and we said we were just going to go on contact. So as soon as that ball hit the bat, went to the ground, I went off, and he made a pretty good play, and luckily I got around the tag.
So you were safe.
Yes, 100%. Did not.
It looked like it from here. It looked like the umpires might have had to check on things and make sure everything's going on in there. And so you're being the only international player. How does that feel? I mean, obviously you played, and then you're going to Mercer next year, and you were at North Iowa Community College. How do you? First off, how's that transition going?
Honestly, I'm pretty used to American living right now. Alaska's a little different, but my 2 years in Iowa were great. I mean, it only took me a couple weeks, and I was completely immersed. We had 7 other guys that were Australian on the team, so I wasn't exactly alone. They like to muck around in the dugout here with some words here and there. Crikey, g'day, mate. But
g'day, mate.
It's all in good spirit.
All in good spirit. And then last question here: going to Mercer University, how excited are you to be playing baseball up there?
You know, I'm actually really excited. They've done Coach Gibson's done a really good job with that program.
Nice.
Coach Stu has done a lot of good stuff with the hitters, and I'm pretty excited to get there because they lead the country in just about any offensive stat for the past few years, so in the top 5. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Well, we will definitely be keeping on your future, but right now we need you to stay focused, hit a few more homers, and be in this press box a few more times. Brandon Mitchie here. Thanks, Brandon, for coming. 5-4-1 for the Chinooks, and we're back tomorrow at Lee Jordan Field as we host the Oilers. Brandon, any last words?
I'm going to just go ahead and say, crikey, that was a good game.
I got nothing to say other than God bless. Have a great night. This is Brandon Mitchie. I'm Cale Duarte. See you guys tomorrow. God bless.